I'm supporting Charlie Rangel because it's a matter of history. He has a track record. What he's done for the people of Manhattan, you know, the best is yet to come for the people of the Bronx.
His legendary 40 years of public service in the United States Congress gives him the experience, the vision, and the know-how necessary to represent this part of the Bronx. We are so proud to now be here.
Warren Davis,
First African-American Congressman of the great borough of the Bronx, Charles D. Rangel. David Dinkins. Yes. Come on, man.
I love you, Dinkins. Beautiful. Mr. Dinkins.
I love you. Well, thank you, good buddy. I want to say that this is another occasion for me to say publicly what I've tried to say so many times over the years. Thank you. Thank you. Had it not been for all of you, together with my brother Charlie Rangel, I never ever would have been elected mayor in the first place. And I know that.
Thank you, Jose Rivera, my brother, my friend, my colleague in the New York State Assembly. You know, the Bronx, Manhattan wants to come to the Bronx. We ready to come? Will you welcome us? Yeah! You know, I was born in the Bronx on 138th Street and St. Anne's Avenue. I married a woman from the Bronx from Boynton Avenue. Now I want Charlie Rangel to represent me in the Bronx here on Tuesday.
How do you say thank you to someone who has been in your corner all the time? Not just some of the time, but all of the times. How do you say thank you to someone that in your greatest moment of need, you weren't even asking for him and he was there on the phone with his presence and with everything and all his might to say, I'm here for you. Not for you only, but for your community. How do you say thank you to someone who literally has rescued the country you came from because of the things that he has done? How do you say thank you to someone who has gone all over the world, whether it's Africa, wherever there are people in need and who need a voice, and say, I am there. So whether it's in Washington Heights, whether it is East Harlem, Central Harlem, whether it's in Africa, in the Caribbean, in Puerto Rico, he has been there. How do you say thank you? You go out and you campaign for him, and you vote for him, and you make sure that here in the Bronx, he also has a chance to do what he has done for 40 years in the United States and in our community.
I served with him in the city council. I served with him in the assembly. I give you Adam Clayton Powell.
The Bronx in the house! The local assemblyman Jose Rivera, a true pioneer, living legend among us. Jose Rivera, thank you for all your contribution. I'm delighted to be here to support our congressman of over 40 years and our next Bronx congressman, Charlie Rangel. You know, some of the old timers may know this, and some of the students of history, but there was a time, not too long ago, that we didn't have any African-American congressmen in New York State.
That's right.
There was a time not too long ago that we didn't have any Puerto Rican, any Latino members of congressmen in New York State. They were all white.
That's right.
My father fought a good fight,
Yes,
organized our community, and changed the lines so that Harlem,
yes, he did.
Harlem could finally have a true voice in the United States Congress, and he became the first congressman of color in the entire state of New York.
That's right.
He led our communities very ably. He led our communities with a lot of pride and with a lot of fight in him. And back then, the district was just Harlem. But then it increased. It became Harlem and East Harlem, El Barrio.
That's right.
And then it became Harlem, East Harlem, and Washington Heights. Then it became Harlem, East Harlem, Washington Heights, and the Upper West Side. And after my father, Charlie Rangel, succeeded him, and for over 4 decades has led us in the Northern Manhattan community admirably. And now we are so proud to be here in the Bronx with Charlie Rangel, the next congressman.
In the 50s and 60s, when I was marching with Adam Powell as well as Dr. Martin Luther King, I had no idea that the Voting Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act, and all the things that we hope and dream for as youngsters would become true.
Yes.
Right now, all of you in this room are part of history to be. History moves forward.
That's right.
Nobody would have thought there would be a merger of people from the Bronx and Harlem coming together. People talk about the diversity. You take away the Harlem River, we're the same family.
That's right.
Same family. And when Joe Serrano knew about the empowerment zone, shared with me the needs of the Yankee Stadium, and when Jose Rivera twisted my arm and showed me and explained it in a way that Joe didn't know how, we got a part of the empowerment zone up there at the Yankee Stadium, which today is a tourist designation. It's the merge of our people exercising political power in the city, in the state, and the United States Congress. All of the history that we've made here in the Bronx, a fantastic economic development is going on, Kenny. It's going to continue with a boom. Wall Street, Harlem, all working together with the Grand Concourse. So, we got to work together, we got to vote together, we got to do exciting things together. And I thank Adam Powell for bringing the tradition of one of the greatest Congress people this nation's ever known, and that's his dad. And I thank you for that. And for all of that you're here, remember today, but only one day I ask you to remember more than this day, and that date is what? June 26th!
Tuesday, June 26th!
This is going to be our marriage. This is going to be our partnership. This is going to be the day that the city will never forget, and the Congress certainly will be reminded of this new merger. Joe, you are very, very special. When they were talking about going to the Bronx and county leaders and all of those things, I said, which side is Joe Rivera on, Jose Rivera? He says, I think he wants to talk to you. I said, let's talk. We had a talk, and my heart has beaten warmly, not just with our relationship, but just talking about the people that we were ready to sacrifice for, and who are no longer with us, but are depending on us to bring their kids and their grandkids forward. And so, gang, this is the most beautiful people you want to meet from Manhattan, and most of them know that you're the most beautiful people in the world. This merger is going to be the most beautiful marriage that God ever thought of. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.